Welcome to our YouTube channel. Here recap movie clip. The movie starts from a local show and the villagers were enjoying it. A kid is also shown in the villagers and his father was performing as a hero in this drama. During the drama the firecrackers catch fire. Due to the fire, there was a blast. Everything was burned. The kid shown in the start is shown burnt in this fire. The scene of the movie cuts and a new show is shown in the present. The people were told the precautions to be saved from the thunder. The main character of the movie Jaison is shown. Jaison works in his village as a tailor but he wants to go to America. He also wants to get married to a girl from his village. But her parents don't want her to get married to Jaison and he goes to make them agree in the getup of Santa Claus. As the girl's father discovers there is Jaison as Santa he moves forward to harm him. Before he harms him thunder falls on Jaison from the sky. A man is also shown and the thunder is falling at him at the same time. His name is Shibu and Jaison was taken to the hospital immediately. The doctors were shocked as they reached the hospital because he wasn't harmed according to the density of the thunder. On another side, Shibu is shown and the thunder has fallen at him. He becomes fine without any first aid. As Shibu awoke his body was shivering. Because of his body shivering his house was shaking like there is an earthquake. This is indicating that there were some powers in Shibu. Maybe because of that fallen thunder. Jaison's doctor was telling the thunder didn't harm him as Jaison stands up from his stretcher was also bent. Reaching home, it is shown Jaison is getting ready to go to America with his sister's support. He meets his friend Bruce Lee for this. She was the teacher of Jaison's nephew. Jaison is shown sick and was coughing. A silver mucus was emerging from his cough. Jaison awakes being panicked at night as he opens the window because of his powers the door breaks and falls down. Jaison was hearing the voice of water dropping from a far distance. He says to his nephew that maybe a tap is open. He goes to close the tab. The door of the washroom also breaks when he was opening it. The tab also breaks when he was closing the tab. Shibu is shown the silver mucus is shown emerging from Shibu's mouth like Jaison. The next day, Jaison is shown eating the whole food of his home while feeling hungry. There was no food left for his brother-in-law because he had eaten it all. There was a fight in their house because of it. As Jaison hits his brother-in-law falls at a distance and there was a hole in the wall. Jaison's nephew realizes that Jaison has superpowers. He tells Jaison about the superpowers and superheroes. They decide they will check which superpowers do Jaison has. On another side, Shibu has also discovered his superpowers. He has the power to control things through the mind. Jaison has many powers, even he can hear the voices from a far distance. He has got fighting powers but didn't get the power to control things through the mind. Jaison collects some gifts for his sister and nephew while using his powers. Jaison's friend Bruce Lee tells him that his visa for America is rejected. Shibu is shown and it is discovered he has a friend in the past. He wanted to get married to her but he couldn't. After getting superpowers Shibu meets his friend and discovers she got divorced. But his brothers want to get her married to someone else. Shibu's friend's daughter, Usha, faints during this. They take her to the hospital. Jaison is shown in the police station. He was told his visa is rejected because his father's name on birth and school certificate are changed. Jaison says that was just a misunderstanding. The police officer tells him the truth. Jaison's story is discovered here actually. The kid shown at the start of the movie was Jaison. His father died in that accident. Jaison has lost his memory in that accident. Now Jaison was brought up by his stepfather. Jaison was shocked hearing all this and Usha's daughter is shown. She was sick and her operation was compulsory. Shibu says Usha I will arrange money somehow. Jaison is shown at his home. His stepfather tells him his father wasn't just the drama hero on that day, he was a real hero because he has saved everyone on that day while putting his life in danger. But he died. He also gives Jaison a box in which there were things of his father. Jaison finds his name from that box that his name was Minnal Muralli. He notices his stepfather gets injured and it was done by the police officer. Jaison wanted to marry his daughter. Jaison goes to the show to take revenge. They were the security in charge of the show. He hits the police officer in a bird's costume. He leaves while writing his name Minnal Muralli. He does a bank robbery while wearing a jute's mask. Just to give money to his friend Usha. Reaching the hospital, he discovers the bill was already paid. Two crimes happened that night in the village. The crimes doers were having masks on their faces. They think there is just a powerful man who has done these crimes. The man whose name is Minnal Muralli. Even the second crime was done by Shibu but none knows about this. Jaison's brother-in-law who is a police officer discovers Minnal Muralli is his own brother. Because he has seen many powers in him before. He also sees Jaison's mask at his home. He was running from there just to make him caught. Jaison chases his car and was running speedily. It means he has the superpowers to run speedily. He takes his clothes out while stopping his van. He has gone on a bus to escape. Actually, this was his friend's wedding bus. Jaison's brother-in-law suspects that Jaison has done the bank robbery. Jaison has robbed money from their tailor shop. The amount Jaison has placed to go to America, but the money was stolen by Usha's brother. He has to do the treatment of his sister's daughter. The bank robbery was done by Shibu, but everyone thinks Jaison is more powerful and none knows Shibu, so that's why Jaison was responsible for all this. Now because Jaison's money was stolen and he knew who has stolen the money, he starts fighting with his worker. Because he needs the money and his stepfather makes him understand that he shouldn't do this. As he was their old worker, he asks Jaison to apologize to him. Usha's brother is shown at Jaison's tailor shop. Jaison has to come to him for apologizing. Before it, Shibu arrives and asks him while giving him money to give it to Jaison. Marry your sister with me in return for the money, but Usha's brother refuses due to it. Shibu ends him while using his powers through scissors. He even sets the shop on fire while coming out. Everyone was thinking Jaison has set this shop on fire because Jaison has to come to this shop for apologizing to Usha's brother. Jaison's brother-in-law suspects him because Minnal Muralli was written outside the shop. Everyone was considering Jaison wrong, but a man has seen Shibu while doing this. He has seen Shibu while using powers. Being scared, he was leaving the village. Even then he asks the villagers to leave the village. He says there will be a huge problem. Do care about your lives. The police officer says to Jaison's brother-in-law that Jaison could end the man while taking him somewhere else. Why would Jaison will burn his shop himself? Being worried about all this, Jaison goes to his friend Bruce Lee. He tells her with his nephew that actually I am Minnal Muralli. But those evil tasks aren't done by me. He confesses that yes, I have ended those police officers that day. Bruce Lee forbids him to be worried. She says I am with you. The police officer hangs a huge bell in between the village. The villagers were asked to ring the bell if they will see Minnal Muralli. On another side, the man is seen in the CCTV footage of the next door shop of Jaison who burnt his shop. They were seeing the CCTV footage in the police station. Meanwhile, Shibu arrives in Jut's mask.